and today is the third day, Sunday, and the last day of STARFEST, which is really exciting. We just finished watching a presentation, I suppose you'd call it, on gravitational waves by Dr. Erin Macdonald, and it was so cool. My mind's completely blown still. I can't think cognitively yet, but it was still so amazing. And if you want a fun fact about how sensitive the sensors for the gravitational wave thingies, what are those called? I forgot. Those detectors, yes. The gravitational wave detectors and how sensitive they are. They're so sensitive that a cloud moving past will set off the sensors, and they can detect that. They can detect a garbage truck, an empty garbage truck from like 40 miles away, a train 100 miles away, and rabbits hopping near the sensor. And like that's just insane for me. And they're detecting gravity by those things. So the mass of a cloud generates enough gravity for the sensors to pick it up.
Thank you all for coming this morning. Thanks, Kevin. Somebody asked me yesterday about my hair. Can you all see this? It's called geode hair. It's all the big thing now. So they paint all these different colors. It's like a geode. But I had more people walk up and touch the back of my head yesterday. This is a very touchy-feely conference. We have a full day of science, and I want to get started this morning with Dr. Erin Macdonald, who is about to leave us to go to JPL, so that's cool. But she's going to come and talk to us about gravity waves. So Erin, why don't you come on out? Where is she? There she is. Yay!
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'll get sorted here early in the morning. All right. So yeah, my name's Erin Macdonald. I am a systems engineer with a company called Stellar Solutions. We do a lot of subcontracting. I'm a technical systems data analyst, so give me data and I can play with it and tell you things. But other than that, I also work as the Global Education Manager for World Space Week. So if you're not familiar with that, it's similar to Earth Day. It's a UN-directed initiative like Earth Day is to try to get everyone around the world to celebrate space. And it's October 4th through the 10th every year. And this year is about exploring new worlds. So keep an eye out if you're interested, anything like that. The education manager job can be an interesting one when you're trying to coordinate lesson plans for Canada with sending little cardboard satellites to Ethiopia. It's an interesting job. So other than that, I also do a lot of science fiction consulting. My background is in gravitational waves. I did my PhD with the LIGO collaboration, so I'll go into what happened, what the detection was, what the implications are. I do need to give a disclaimer that LIGO is totally cool with me giving this talk, but I feel obligated to point out that I had left the collaboration 6 months before they made the detection. I'm not bitter about it. Alcohol exists. But yeah, so we'll go through the detection itself, and then we'll have plenty of time for a Q&A if, I think people are interested in various aspects of it. So we'll go through it then. All right, so next slide, please. All right. I bring this up simply because it's my favorite moment in Star Trek ever that I need to pull the clip someday, but it's buried somewhere in my DVDs, when they actually encounter gravitational waves. And they say, we've got Worf is like, gravitational waves are coming, and they're all brace themselves, and they all ride the gravitational waves as they go by. That's not how they work, unfortunately. We're going to go into what they are, the various methods of detection that were developed over the years, and then we're going to talk about how they were actually detected and kind of the cool science behind that. So you have this four-dimensional fabric of space-time. And that can start to get a little screwy when you're trying to think about that, because we don't really think in 4 dimensions. So we use images like this to kind of give a good sense of what that's like. If you want to expand this into a more 3D view, because when I taught Astronomy 102, and I had a student who hated this because he was like, what is under the sheet? Another image you can use to kind of expand it into 3 dimensions is, I like to think of mattress springs, and you can imagine if there's a mass, it's kind of like you reaching into the mattress and squeezing the springs together. They're going to kind of stretch all towards one direction. That's kind of an expanded view of this idea of space-time. So Einstein came up with this theory, and the reason was everyone was using Newton's gravity to explain the phenomenon. But there were some things that it couldn't quite explain. And next slide, please. Mercury's precession around the sun was one of those. So you could apply Newton's law of gravity to all the other planets and kind of see the motion and predict it. But this you couldn't predict. So as Mercury goes around the sun, it precesses. So it creates kind of a flower pattern as it goes around.
So for the rest of the day, we're going to try and see a couple more science presentations and maybe do some cosplayer interviews, although it's Sunday, so we don't really know how many people are actually going to be in cosplay in the first place. As well as Jodelle is here, so we're going to try and talk to her a little bit. Okay. So who are you cosplaying and why did you pick them?
I am cosplaying Harley Quinn, and I picked her because she's a fun character to dress up as, so, yeah.
I'm Poison Ivy, and I picked her mostly because I like cosplaying with this one.
Did you make the cosplays yourself?
I did. This is actually my first time working with spandex, and I'm quite proud of it. There's some stuff I need to work on, but yeah. And then she painted my lovely hammer last night, she did. So, yeah.
And then I made some of it. She made the corset, and then the flower was her idea. But the rest I did.
Okay. How long have you been cosplaying?
Oh, I've been cosplaying for 5 or 6 years, I think.
Also 5 or 6 years.
Have you been in this building before?
I have, actually. This used to be where NDK was held, and NDK was like my first really big con. So it's like has really good memories, even though it's all remodeled. So yeah.
Yeah, it took me a minute when we got here because this does not look like the NDK hotel I knew. But
what do you think of the new hotel?
I like it a lot. I'm a little sad that they got rid of the balconies in the atrium room because it was fun to get a hotel room there and then to be like sitting on the balcony and people watch. So that's the only thing I'm kind of sad about.
Yeah, I mean, I like how sleek it is with all the blacks and whites and golds, but definitely the balconies are missing. And like I liked that area being open.
Yeah, it's really nice though because like it's a nice place to take pictures now.
Yeah,
So
fair.
that's good.
So do you both ship Harley and Ivy?
I do. I do not like Harley and Joker at all. I will act the part, but I'd rather Ivy and Harley.
Yeah, definitely Ivy and Harley. Mostly because of the Bombshells comics. They're
yes.
so cute in that.
Yes.
Thank you for taking a couple minutes to be interviewed.
No problem.
I think I see some live cosplay and I was like distracted. I'm very happy about that.
There you go.
No, we've got it's going to be a quick one. So I say let's get right into the questions. Who has them?
Well, let's just sit down and relax for a second. Well, I'll start it off because I have a louder microphone than anybody else does. How did you, 2 quickies, okay. How did you get the part and what made you interested in the show?
Well, I just auditioned like I auditioned for any other thing, but I do remember it very clearly when I got the email with the script and I read it and I thought, ooh, I can't wait to watch this. This is going to be cool. This looks awesome. And then I actually ended up being a part of it, which, to be honest, I wasn't expecting, and I was very, very happy about it. Of the first script and being like, I need another one. And I think that's how you guys feel when you watch it. But that's us with the scripts. I feel like we're fans of our own show.
That's interesting. How many other ladies tried out for your part?
Oh, I have no idea. I know some of my Vancouver actor friends did, but I'm not sure. I have worked with some of the people before on Stargate, so that helps a little bit.
So how are you reacting to all of the interest in not only the show but yourself?
Myself?
Yeah.
Well, oddly, even though I'm an actor, I'm not the kind of person who always wants to be in the spotlight, which is a very strange thing I realized for me to say on stage with a giant crowd of people, but I'm actually very introverted in real life, and I'm a geek just like you guys. I love
All right.
I love going to conventions just for fun, so if I wasn't here, I'd be there.
Okay, so Sunday's been a slow day.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of cosplays, so we haven't done many cosplay things anyway.
They're supposed to do 3 interviews today. None of which
We are doing 0 of them. Yeah, they started falling apart a little bit at the last minute. We did see Jodelle. Jodelle's here, so we shot a little bit of her Q&A just for a second. And she's doing photo ops right now, so we did get to say hi to her, which is awesome. I'm glad she made it at least, and when we got to say hello. She did an awesome job in her Q&A.
Yeah.
she's super cute. It's a really good. She does a great job.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see the new season. Very excited. And so yeah, cosplay scavenger hunt's pretty slow today because not a lot of people.
And
are
someone
doing
very sneakily got spoilers out of it.
We did some super science this morning.
Science.
The gravitational waves.
Yes.
There
we
was
didn't
also
do
supposed to
that. That
one of
wasn't
the
us.
we saw. Another interesting, whoa, shaky camera. One of the other interesting things they do, like I said, one of the reasons I love StarFest is because they do a lot of science in addition to science fiction. And they were going to have the Denver Astronomical Society was going to be here doing solar viewing with some of their solar telescopes.
Yeah.
But it's really overcast today, so that got canceled. So yeah, like lots of little bits and pieces are kind of falling apart. And so we're just kind of, I think maybe we're going to play some games.
Good idea.
Game Fest is still on, so there were a couple other games we were going to take a look at after we played the astronomy game last night. So I think we'll go upstairs and play another game and chill out for a little bit. Does that sound fun? All right, we're going to go do that.
We're playing Machikoro, which is a town building game, and it's really fun. We've been playing it for a little bit, and the goal is to turn over all of these cards. I have 3 out of 4, and you can get these little upgrades, which will make you earn money faster. And whoever gets all 4 of these wins. Or whoever gets all 4 of these first wins. We just finished StarFest. We're gonna head home now and get some rest. I'm gonna work on some really cool new content for you guys. But yeah, we got some pictures signed by Jodelle, and we got to hang out with her a little bit, which is totally the con goals. So we have completed those. And yeah, I'm really excited to go home and start wrapping up everything. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!
Let's focus.